like so many cool things. You better watch this video, okay? It's gonna save you money. It's gonna help with your health, okay? Because I told y'all that I had a certified herbalist come in, and we took this class over balancing women's hormones. So I'm going to do a recap of that. And then I just got off of a podcast interview with a lady that has, she's a total homesteader. She's doing fresh milled flour just like I am. They don't even have a microwave in their house. Like, they're hardcore into that. Excuse me. Anyway, she's making pop, basically. But it's sweetened with honey, and then it has some things that help you focus in there, like ashwagandha. It has B vitamins, and then L-cyanine or something. I don't know. Anyways, she gave me a discount code, so you can try that healthy pop. Okay, but let's go through. Let's go through everything that I learned. I just had headphones on because I was doing that podcast interview. Anyways, I got my notes here. Let's go through the stuff from the hormone class, okay? So here we go. First thing, she said, do what you can and do what you want, okay? I know that kind of seems crazy, but like, some people are not going to get into canning food. Some people are not going to be able to let go of polyester clothes. Some people are like, I don't want to get rid of my Teflon, right? Just do whatever you can do and do what you want. Okay, I want to get rid of my next thing, which is seed oils, okay? I haven't bought a seed oil in my house in forever, but there's just a few food items that I enjoy that are made with seed oils, and that's my next thing, right? So anyway, she talked about how, this is ironic, this is a good intro, about how the body rejects seed oils 4 times the amount that it rejects alcohol, okay? Seed oils are horrible. If you are using canola oil, vegetable oil, stop, okay? That stuff is so freaking bad for you. You should be using tallow, lard, butter, olive oil, or avocado oil, okay? That's it. Stop using the other oils. Even though it says the word vegetable, that it should be called poison oil. Poison oil is what that should be called. Okay. So she said with estrogen issues, it's either the wrong kind, too little, or too much. In general, she says that we have too much estrogen and not enough progesterone. So you want to decrease estrogen, increase progesterone. All right, so these estrogen issues are, the endocrine disruptors are making us have too much, okay? So endocrine disruptors, that's going to, she said the #1 problem with hormones are synthetics. So it's like, if you wash your clothes with a laundry detergent and it makes it have a scent that's not essential oil, that's an endocrine disruptor. Said that we don't give enough credit to our skin because our skin absorbs so much. If you are using perfumes, if you got some scented soap, if your shampoos, all of that, that's where you need to really get busy with getting the freaking synthetic products. You need to do your research and get rid of that stuff, okay? Fabric softener. If you're putting the beads into your laundry to make your clothes smell like fabric softener, you're hurting yourself. Stop it, okay? Do your research and then you're gonna get ticked off, okay? All right, organic soy. If it's organic and it's just as clean as it can be without all of the sprays and stuff on there, that will actually fix your hormones. But if it is all jacked up, if it's non-organic soy, it will mess up your hormones. So she's all about organic soy. Okay, next thing, you need to limit the disruptors to maximize your health. So that right there, that's what we were just talking about. She also talked about how all these systems are linked together, which, yeah, it's the human body, right? Man, my hair's a mess. She said 1 teaspoon of sugar will tank your immune system for up to 5 hours. Heart disease is more closely related to sugar than to cholesterol. Get rid of home cleaning products. We just talked about that. No plastic is safe. Whenever somebody says it's BPA free, they just like changed up it a little bit. It's a lie. Don't trust plastics, okay? You know, plastic hasn't been around very long, right? But it's in everything, and we are consuming it, and it's getting to our bodies. Our body doesn't know how to break it down. Get lead testing strips from Amazon. I just ordered some of those. And you're supposed to be able to dip this thing like a cotton swab almost, or something that looks really close to it. Dip it into vinegar, and you're able to rub it onto your dishes. She said that a ton of the Stanley cups that she's tested have had lead present in it. So awesome. Awesome. You know how many freaking little kids have those things, and they're just getting, lead is bad for you. It's a heavy metal. That stuff, it doesn't like get out. So anyways, man, I told my husband that if it's any of my family's dishes and if it comes back with lead, I'm getting rid of it, right? Because if I pass away, I don't want some younger generation of my family to get that and be like, oh, this was Aunt Brandy's or whatever, and then eat off of it, and then they're getting heavy metal. And then I told him we would choose whatever he wanted to do with his family's dishes if they come back with heavy metals, which they probably will. But I said, we will never use them again. They'll be for just looking at. And then I'm going to put a big freaking sticker on the back that says, do not eat off of this. This has got lead. Okay. And lead is bad for you. So anyways, there's that. To reset the liver, immune system, blood, and endocrine, kidneys, basically every organ and system, a 24-hour fast is going to help you clean up all of those things. The lymphatic system is holding on to toxins, major areas, the neck, armpit, breast, and groin. That 24-hour fast, plus if you take a little bit of activated charcoal, it's going to help bind to these toxins and help you get them out. Also talked about, I have my other notes, doing an armpit detox, which I am going to order that stuff, and then I'll do an armpit detox with y'all. So I might even shave, which I do shave, just not like every day. Like, ugh, that's just too much work. Anyways, but I never have a curl, okay? We just have like a stubble. All right, I'm getting my notes in order just so I can run through these to make sure that, because I changed all my little notes onto my written notes, but I think I've got everything. Here we go. All right, to do that armpit detox, it just takes bentonite clay, like 2 tablespoons of it, but you're not eating it, okay? You can, but that's not for what we're talking about. You would take 2 tablespoons of bentonite clay, mix it with just enough apple cider vinegar to get a paste, and then rub that in your armpits, and then about 10 minutes, it'll dry and start flaking off. Whenever it does that, wash it off. She says it's gonna stink. It's gonna stink, but you are helping clean out your armpits. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are using a deodorant with aluminum, you're basically hurting yourself, right? Because your skin absorbs aluminum, causes you to have dementia, and it's not good for your body to have, okay? So quit putting aluminum in your armpit. Get rid of aluminum in your household. I don't even use aluminum foil. If aluminum gets hot, it will go into the foods that you're making and stuff. And most people use aluminum whenever it's hot. All right, let me see if there was anything else. Get a blood panel done about your estrogen levels so you know what to do to fix it. Okay, there is some more. She recommended a book called The Omnivore Dilemma. Okay, she talked about Azure, azure.com, and they have some healthy laundry soap, dish soaps. Says anything that Procter & Gamble make is pure crap. It takes her 3 cycles in her washing machine with vinegar to get all of the laundry detergent out. Whenever she goes and visits family and they've got to do their laundry, you know, not everybody's going to listen to everybody. She has to clean their washing machine before she can do her own laundry in it. Oh, okay. So here's something that's in my notes she talked about these herbs that we can take to help with our hormones. So, we made a butter. One of them we made with garlic and, onion, but the onion, we use green onions. She says she typically likes to use chives, but she said to cut it up really small, put it into the butter, but don't cook with it. Leave it so the garlic and the onions are raw, and put it on top or put it on a steak, because whenever you cook it, it degrades it. And then we made another one, which was super freaking good, out of cinnamon, brown sugar, and cardamom, C-A-R-D-A-M-O-N, cardamom, whatever. That helps with the circulatory and immune system, and it was like a dessert, okay? She says one person had asked a question, I just wrote down about how we need to use nettles if we're low in minerals, and for all of her tinctures, she always uses vodka. She said don't use the vegetable glycerin. Oh, she says nettles plus apple cider vinegar instead of the vodka, you'll make a herbal vinegar. And I didn't write down what to use that for, so scratch that. So toothpaste, we know that fluoride is like bad, right? But then make sure you don't have a toothpaste with SLS in it, which is sodium lauryl sulfate. It's the stuff that makes it foamy. Don't get that either. Okay. Wild yam is it's like progesterone, and it helps cut your estrogen. So a lot of people, she had some herbs that were wild yam, and I put it into my tea. All right. Okay, let's see here. That's about the BPA. Oh, A-Peel. A-P-E-E-L is this new thing, and it's actually gotten approved to be used with organic foods, and it's no good, okay? Because there's not the research behind it, which I bet there is, because Bill Gates owns it, okay? So remember, he's not one of the good guys. A-Peel goes on the outside of fruits and vegetables, but here's the problem is you don't know how deep that's going in there. But they're, you know, organic is supposed to be organic, right? But since A-Peel is like in a different category, people that are organic farmers are able to do that. So you need to look out for A-Peel. She also talked about Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry also are the other 2 owners of A-Peel, and that they own part of some healthy store. So like you need to make sure something says that it is not using A-Peel. Let's see here. She talked about for balancing hormones, something for people that are that are menopausal or perimenopausal. It's called black cohosh. But she said you can't use it all the time, like 3 months on, 1 month off. Okay, so the teas that we made, some of the stuff that was in the teas was just for flavor, and then some things actually worked for balancing your hormones, okay? So the things that we used that were just basically for flavor, but some of them help with anxiety and the immune system, but it's more for flavor, was holy basil, orange peel, we use cinnamon sticks, and also lemon balm, okay? And then the things that we had for teas, and she had all these things that she purchased, and we put a little bit into a little glass jar, and then we use that for tea. But raspberry leaf, good for your hormones. Red clover, passion flower, and then Vitax, and V-I-T-A-X, Vitax berry, which is also known as the chasteberry, which is C-H-A-S-T-E. And so and wild yam. So there's that. Cut out all the aluminum from your deodorant. We made a cleaner, and it was a vodka, a vinegar, and a water, which I've been making that for a while. I also put lemon zest into my vodka and let it sit for several weeks, and then strain out that lemon, and then mix that with, it's 1 part vodka, 1 part vinegar, white vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, and then 2 parts water. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, and then it's a surface cleaner. Okay, so then we made that. And then we also made simple syrups. Okay, so the simple syrup, like we made one that had lavender in it, and then we made another one that was, I think it's hyssop. I don't know, HYSSOP or HI, something like that. But the simple syrups we made was 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and put that into a pot and dissolved the sugar. And then we added around a cup of the herbs, and then you take it off, stir it in, take it off the heat, and then we filtered out the herb, and then what was left was a syrup, and you can use that in your teas or whatever you use the syrup for. I used it with my tea so far, but you could also put it onto any kind of, you could put it on a meat, you could put it on a bread. So there was that. That was the gist of the herbal class. Now then, if you are wanting to try that healthy pop, it is yeshoneybrand.com, and then it's Smart Chicks 15, and it'll save you 15%. I'm gonna put that on, so I just pointed to my computer. You can't see my finger or my computer. I'll get that put on as a post, so you can get that also. But I'm trying to do healthy stuff. If you would, go to my website, it's brandyvonholton.com, and I have an event called Smart Chicks, and if all of this stuff, you're just like, holy smokes, that's like a lot of information. I have an in-person thing, and it is all-inclusive. It is 3 days long. It's me and Miss Mariella, which is my Mennonite friend, but we're going to be throwing down on trying to get healthy and just how to learn some skills, and the food's going to be worth it, okay? But I have one of those scheduled for January, and usually our weather's not bad around here, and then I already have a makeup date. But I chose winter because that is whenever I don't have as much stuff going on. Okay. And we have a venue, so it'll be all indoors, and we can do so much stuff. And I'd love to hang out with y'all. But it's Smart Chicks, S-M-A-R-T, and then C-H-I-X. That's what the discount code is with the healthy pop, and that's what you need to look for on my website, which is brandyvonholton.com. See y'all later. Bye.